for the second half. Between these two in the first half, a tight affair between these two in the first half, between the teams. Not too much to choose between the teams. It's the 18th edition of the 18th Asian Games, the main body of the sports Asian Games, main body of the weekend, the opening ceremony on Saturday, at the weekend, the opening ceremony on Saturday. 484 events in 42 different sports. Events in 40 to 45 members of the Olympic Council of Asia taking part in these games here in Indonesia. It is a massive undertaking. Hanoi was the original destination for these games, but realised that the maths didn't quite add up in terms of hosting the event. Dubai had previously pulled out to focus on future bids. So Indonesia, and for the first time, joint cities hosting as well. Jakarta and Palembang with the games, following on from Incheon in 2000. Yusuf. Camera trying to turn Arto was right at his back though. Hassan Al-Shahiri, the Saudi Arabian coach, saw his side and guided them through in the AFC Under-19 Championships to qualify for that Under-20 World Cup in South Korea. Said his aim is to try and get Saudi Arabian football back on the map. And of course the full Saudi Arabian side qualified for the World Cup. Iran also played in Russia this year, lost all three of their group games though against Costa Rica. Played Zambia and Portugal. An experience for both these teams, and of course these players with aspirations of getting to future World Cup finals. One or two of the players on the field will be eligible for the next Under-20 World Cup. It's his own defender that headed it back, putting him under pressure. He just came off Agazi. Good delivery from Garib. Alam ran with a corner. Garib. Another corner. Muslim Port. Arta rather sliding in with a challenge. Strong start to the second half from Saudi Arabia. Pretty much the way they started the game in the first half. Nothing telling in front of goal for them as yet though. That's a great chance. It flashes across goal and he needed a solid header from Al Yusuf. An overhit pass. That's a lovely ball in once again. The quality of the deliveries has been pretty good from Saudi Arabia so far. Oh, Youssef got a good contact on it, but not good enough to send it in the direction he was looking for. Azadi, stay the substitute. I wouldn't sit down for Razakpour to get an early shot in. Delphi's just gone down injured here, so need a little bit of treatment. And there was the challenge. It was Al Yusuf that just clipped him as he made that ball away. Riste couldn't quite get the shot through the gap. He wouldn't sit down for Razakpour to get an early effort in. Plenty of white shirts managing to block the ball going goalwards. Saudi Arabia take on Myanmar next in a couple of days' time in their second match, while Iran will entertain the North Koreans. As we mentioned earlier, the top 2 teams in each group go through, plus 4 of the best third-place teams. 6 groups involved, so 2 teams only will miss out on the round of 16. Too early fouls in this second half. The game hasn't really developed into a flow. Neither team able to string too many passes together. Might be a chance here for Iran though, with a little bit of space. Shot driven across, it comes off. Al-Yami and behind for a corner. Great run by Gaedi down that far side. Saw a similar run from Camera in the first half, getting to the byline. Quick feet through the legs of Al-Khalaif. Too sure the goalkeeper knew exactly where that was going. Could have easily ended up in the back of the net. Gaedi with the corner. Saluli's header. And a long-range effort is not even worth talking about in terms of a chance for Muslimipur. Nearer the corner flag than it was the goals. So many teams try and play the ball out. After everybody else has pushed forward, it can leave you pretty exposed at the back. Foul on Al-Khalaif. Defended exceptionally well. It's really going to take one moment of individual brilliance to break the deadlock. There's Al-Harbi, Al-Amran, and Garib. Caught in possession by Medikani. Magazi, Razakpour. Camera. All the men who possibly could fit that bill of coming up with something. Good pace and power. Look like a proper old-fashioned centre-forward. Camera hasn't had a great deal of service. What he has done, he's had to pretty much make himself. Well, by Al-Amri. We've got another player down injured, so again we'll have another stoppage. Razakpour, the player down. Player who's come through the international ranks, played at under 20 level. 10 league appearances last season for Paykan in the Iranian league. Won't need treatment, so won't need to leave the field of play. 12 minutes gone in the second half then. Still the deadlock to be broken here. The opening game in Group F. After today we'll have seen all the teams in action. Group A got underway quite a few days ago. They've already played 3 matches, some of the teams in that group at the end of today. He continues to cause a few problems for the fullback down that far side, Tarmin. Good battle between those two. And he's shown that he can be a lively character. Muslimapur with a throw. Bale Harvey. Now there could be a break on here. This is where Saudi Arabia's pace might be decisive. A great ball forward though, cut out by Agajanpur. Anywhere will do from Muslimapur. So 3 very strong teams in this group. Myanmar not just here just to make up the numbers either. They will look to turn in a good performance against the North Koreans a little later on this evening. You certainly fancy one, if not both of these teams to make it through to the round of 16, be it top 2 or as one of the best third place teams. Tarmin. Saluli almost managed to drag that one back and find a little bit of space for himself. Tarmin. Saluli. Goes out of Muslimapur. Good ball in towards Azadi. Good goalkeeping by Al-Yami though. None of the goalkeepers really had too much to do in terms of saves in this match so far. Seen a couple of clearances off the line by defenders, a couple of saving tackles. Still goal to set into the final half an hour of the match. Forward by Razikpur. Gaedi. Here he goes again. Timing just a little bit out of position, but your body's back behind the ball for Saudi Arabia. There's a chance for Medicani. Didn't catch it cleanly though. That was a real chance when that ball ricocheted into the penalty area. Agajanpor. Delphi. There's a free kick for his side. That's a yellow card. First yellow card of the game for Al-Khalaif. A little bit of a cynical tug back. He was warned by the referee in the first half. Al-Khalaif. First yellow card of the game. A dangerous position for the free kick. Razakpor, if he can get plenty of pace on this, could cause the defenders and Al-Yami, the goalkeeper, there a few problems. It's a good angle as well. Sometimes you see these bounce straight in. So all the way to the back post and misses out everybody. So hasn't managed to conjure up the good delivery. Everybody came forward. Agazi and Arta among them. And now they'll trot back into their central defensive positions, having not really made an impact. It was Agajanpor, the man at the back post. Previously won the Arabia Gulf Cup under the 23 level Saudi Arabia. Last they won it in 2015. And Arta challenging, no foul. Well, camera's claiming that Arta got a touch on that. It should have been a corner, but the referee from Singapore says it's a goal kick. Was it a touch? Yes, there was a touch off the knee. It's the faintest of touches. He'd have done well to spot that, the referee, to be fair, but the camera knew straight away that it should have been a corner. 15th appearance overall for Iran in the Asian Games, 5th as an under-23 nation. Mentioned that third place finish in 2006 in Qatar. Iran were actually suspended from all football activity at the time, but were given special dispensation to play in the Asian Games. Couldn't repeat their feats though of 4 years previously when they won in Busan. Razakpor, blocked by Al-Amri. He felt that one. Once again, ball kicked out of play so that some treatment can be administered here to Al-Amri. Just such a cramp as he blocked that shot. It's that time of the game where one or two players do start suffering from a bit of cramp. Al-Saluli. Al-Amri. Tarmin. Al-Harbi. So past the midway points of the second half, still no goals between Saudi Arabia and Iran. There's only been 1-0 draw so far in the early stage of this competition. That was on the opening day. Palestine 0, Chinese Taipei 0. Well by Al-Khalaif. One by Al-Saluli. Paul. Gaedi. Nice little touch from Ruste to put it in his path. Al-Amri came across with an important challenge. It went out off Gaezi though for a goal kick. He's had a good second half. Mahedi Gaedi. Can someone cap off these performances with a goal? That's the question. Good run from Agazi. Stopped in his tracks though, and now he's out of position. That's a poor ball. A real chance it would have been 3 against 1 had that picked out one of the white-shirted Saudi Arabians. Al-Harbi again giving the ball away. Not making the most of these opportunities to get the ball forward into decent positions at the moment, Saudi Arabia. Al-Amran. Garib. Al-Harbi. Garib. It's a better looking ball, slipped through into the path of Camera. Good save by the legs of Amini and cleared off the line once again. Camera's gone down with, I think, a touch of cramp now as well, but it's the best move of the second half for Saudi Arabia. Came off the back of Al Saluli, but it allowed him to slip it through for Camera, who just had to hit it first time with very little backlift. Just almost in his stride, really. Cleared away by Arta. Right in front of goal. Good save by Amini with his legs. Looks like Garib suffering from a touch of cramp now as well. Latter stages of the game, 17 minutes to go. That's the closest we've come to a goal from either side in the second half so far. I said earlier on that one goal might be decisive, and the more that this game progresses, we feel that both sides will want to try and get a goal. Always nice in these very short competitions to get off to a winning start, because it gives you a real confidence boost. You're trying to make it through to the round of 16. Al-Khalaif. He was attacking. In the end, he realised he had to give the ball back to Iran because they kicked it out for treatment to Camera. Delphi. Tommy. Just lost his footing. Al Saluli. Good defending. That's a good challenge from Al Yusuf. Harvey had to be quick getting across to that one, Al Amari rather. And again, it looks like he's suffering with cramp as well now, so this could be a long final few minutes for both these teams. So changes rather about to be made by both teams. Sultani's coming on for Iran with Azadi, the player, to make way. So a second change made by the Iranians. Saudi Arabia bringing on Al-Banaki for the final few minutes. And it's Garib is the man that's made way.
And substitution for Iran, player number 8.
That's the first change made by Saad Al-Shahiri.
Player number 6, Sultani Meher Mohammed.
Can those changes have an impact? Al Yusuf. Once again, Saudi Arabia just getting themselves in a little bit of bother playing out from the back. Al-Banaki getting involved straight away. Just threw a water bottles down on his near side. It's making things a little bit problematic for the players when they're chasing balls out of play. Long throw from Agajanpour. Delphi's been pushed into a more advanced role now since that substitution. Soltani will sit just in behind. Mustay, you can see number 16 there, will almost add as a two-pronged attack really now with Delphi pushing forward. Al-Harbi, wasteful ball. See camera calling where he wanted the ball played. Korea DPR, or North Korea if you prefer, will play Myanmar in just over an hour and 20 minutes time after this game concludes. Good play by Delphi again. Quickly surrounded by white shirts though. Yusuf with a throw. And once again, another player down injured. We could have quite a few minutes injury time to add on to the end of this. Al-Amri is the player down again. I think that might be his game over. Had treatment a moment or so ago, but it looks as though that could be a recurrence of the cramp that he suffered making that tackle. Only a couple of days to recover, of course, before they play their next games as well, these teams, so won't want to take unnecessary risks in the latter stages of the games. Both coaches off their benches at the moment. It's like Cranchar there in the background, just going back now. His assistant coach alongside him, Reza Shiradi. Al-Harbi with a throw for Saudi Arabia. Still goalless. Camera beaten to the ball by Soltani. Paul will come forward to try and get the long throw. Working here. Here comes the change then. It is Al-Amri that will play no further part in the game. And Al-Bassas is the player that comes on to replace him. Straight into the defensive line. There's going to be a long throw here that's going to put them under pressure. Saudi Arabia. Almost took a flick at the near post. Driven through crowd of players. And it's a second chance for Rushdie, but he can't find the net or even find the target that time. Came through a crowd of players. It was really difficult for the goalkeeper to see that one. Got his body right behind it. And Rushdie, well, there were two players going for it. May have put each other off and got in each other's way slightly. And Rushdie and Delphi. Might have been Delphi that actually got the final touch on that one because of the angle of the shot. Another chance goes begging for Iran. Gaedi. Arta. A yellow card. Just lost control of the ball and went flying into Al-Khelaifi, who ironically was the only other player booked early on, so he joins him in the book. Ali Reza Arta. Both Al-Khelaifi shin pads went flying as well.
Absolutely. To the captain once again. Al-Bassas, the substitute. Off the back of Arta. Delphi's ball across. Two in the middle, but it evades both of them. It's hammered away by Tarmin. It's a strong finish from Iran. Another chance of a long throw from Agajenpour. Caused a few problems with the last one from a similar position. Into corner though this time. Rustai unable to get in front of his man with a telling flick that he got last time. Gaedi comes across to take the corner. Once again over everybody. Al-Khelaifi. Razikpour. Tarmin had to keep his eye on that one. He's done well. Got back to his feet quickly. Looking to try and set camera away. Good defending though by Iran. Not being caught on the break in the second half as they were early on in the game. Another double change coming up. Al-Saluli going off for Saudi Arabia. And Al-Bashi is the player coming on. Quick change of the board.
So the
fourth official.
Player number 11.
It's also 11. Gaedi coming off for Iran. Jabire is the final Iranian substitute. Well, Gaedi's had a good game. I thought they might have kept him on. He certainly looked as if he was going to cause a few problems in the second half. Didn't manage to create anything really clear-cut. Had one mazy run down that far side when he got to the byline and managed to get the ball back across, but no one able to apply a finishing touch. So Reza Jabire, who scored plenty of goals at B and C level for his club Sanat Naft, comes on with 3 minutes plus stoppage time to try and get the breakthrough here and give Iran all 3 points. So Kranchar back on his feet once again. Nervous times now. No margin for error. Delphi. Almiron. Won back by Medicani. Maybe a free kick though. Foul on Almiron. Report. Great cross. And Delphi was a long way out. Would have had to be pretty precise with a header to beat the goalkeeper from there, but good pace on the cross. Just pulled away from the defender. Haven't found too much space, the Iranians, in that final third, but Delphi that time did manage to get himself a little bit of a gap, but unable to find a way through. Absolutely. Once again, Saudi Arabia getting themselves in a bit of bother playing out from the back, but they've had a bit of good fortune there. Al-Banaki, free kick and a yellow card for Sultani. So the substitute becomes the third player to go into the referee's book. Sultani. Medicani. This is a good run, Medicani. Pushed that wide to Jabire, the substitute. 4 minutes to be added. Jabire weaving forward. Blocked off. No penalty. And Saudi Arabia now. Both teams still giving everything, trying to win this game. It just races away from camera. That's a great run by Medicani at the other end. And Jabire just found his way. Blocked off. Razepor not requiring treatment, realising that if you did, he'd have to leave the field, which at this late stage of the game could be crucial. In the few seconds trying to get back onto the field. Tarmin. Bent around the last defender. Al-Banaki. Nicely stabbed through. Two waiting in the centre. And it's the inside of the post and away. Camera with the last-ditch effort which has hit the inside of the post, and Saudi Arabia inches away from taking the lead. What surely would have been a decisive effort. Alamran, Tarmin, Al-Saluli, and once again the referee forced to halt proceedings. Stabbed goalwards. It was actually Al-Habashi that got the toe poke to it to hit the inside of the post. Just ran away from camera, the rebound. Agonisingly close. He's only been on the field a few minutes. Al-Habashi would have been some intervention. Or introduction, rather. Bang on the shoulder for Amini. So we'll restart with a drop ball here. Assuming that Saudi Arabia will just try and get this forward as quickly as they can now. We've already played the 4 minutes added. There will be a little bit of extra time for that injury to the goalkeeper. Hoisted forward, Tarmin will chase away to that far side, pursued by Jabire. To Saudi Arabia, Fala Al-Khalaif. Well, the referee decides that that is that. So, a game that was littered with chances in both halves has failed to produce a goal. Be interesting to see both coaches' reactions and thoughts after that. Camera there had a couple of good chances in that first half. His pace seemed to cause a few problems, but it really tailed off in the second half. Then the best chance came for the substitute Al-Habashi in stoppage time. Stabbed a shot off the inside of the post. Medicani. Be interesting to see both coaches' reactions and thoughts after that. Camera there had a couple of good chances in that first half. His pace seemed to cause a few problems, but it really tailed off in the second half. Then the best chance came for the substitute Al-Habashi in stoppage time. Stabbed a shot off the inside of the post.